9 in 10 rapes on college campuses are perpetrated by serial rapists. 80% of victims experience their first rape before age 25 and 50% before age 18. And 80 to 90% of rapes, victim and the assailant know each other. 20 to 25% of college women experience rape or attempted rape. So what this means is students are coming to college with a trauma history, history of sexual assault. And why this is so important for colleges is if students haven't dealt with this and they're having symptoms associated with their trauma history, they can't learn.
So the month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and it is a month that is observed nationwide. And the goal of Sexual Assault Awareness Month is to raise public awareness of sexual violence and to educate communities on how to prevent sexual violence. Sexual Assault Awareness Month events started at this college campus in 1996 as a student's art project. It now encompasses events that happen all month long, and every year it expands and incorporates new events.
In the Augusta community, Georgia Regents University, Paine College, and Rape Crisis and Sexual Assault Services come together to organize a series of events that bring visibility to the lives of survivors and victims of sexual violence, and also to raise awareness and conversation about the stories that individuals whose lives have been influenced by violence.
We respond to victims of sexual assault in the emergency room. We're advocates for them to explain what's going to happen in the emergency room as far as evidence collection, medical exams, law enforcement being involved. We're a source of support through the entire exam, through law enforcement doing initial interviews. We work with the physicians and the nurses as well, patient liaison for those disciplines as well. We also offer free counseling to sexual assault survivors and their family. We have the counseling, individual counseling, as well as support groups.
So I'll go to the hospital and check in pretty much and see what's going on. Usually the staff there tries to tell me, what's going on. Sometimes they don't even know the full story. So once I get to the room where the patient is at, or the client, I'll go and speak to them and see what all happens. I'll pretty much document, basic personal information, where they live and all this. But you kind of want to talk to the patient at the same time because they've gone through a traumatic experience. And a lot of the cases that I've done were on children. If I'm on the phone with a client, I'll usually ask them, do you have any problem with me being male? Because I can get a female on the line, so we can get them to speak to you instead if you prefer that. And usually they say, no, it's fine. I just need somebody to talk to.
It's really important for awareness to have people aware that sexual assault does occur in this community. And I think a lot of people are not aware. They think it's something that happens somewhere else, but we see victims from this community a lot.
So it really behooves us as a university to take this on and to raise awareness and get the word out, because if students can seek treatment, then they can be more productive. They can learn. And a lot of campuses have been in the news lately for their very poor responses to rapes, right? So campus officials or police officers, even if you're looking at something that happened off campus, that's probably why you've got these serial rapists. So campuses aren't responding appropriately. Our people aren't reporting.
I think that it's important that these events are held on campus because of the high rate of sexual assault that happens to people both before and during the age that you would typically attend college or university. Education is really important to understand what sexual assault is, the high rate of occurrence, what consent is and the definition of consent is. And these are all tools that can be used to help prevent and hopefully eradicate sexual assault.
We want more people to report when this happens, in particular on college campuses. So nationwide, rape is one of the most underreported crimes. On a college campus, only about 5 to 10% of rapes are reported.
Most importantly, we just want students to remember that all of these events serve to remind people that sexual violence and abuse occurs on a daily basis. and what the impact of these events have on survivors, their families, and the community as a whole.